Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Time God DBZ. I'm your host, Vinny, or
Goku Black.
And welcome back to Time God DBZ. Today we're going to be reacting to, as you guys can clearly tell by my outfit, Death Battles Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. Dragon Ball once again versus DC Comics. This is, I don't know. This has been a battle that I've been looking forward to for the past couple weeks now. And it's, I'm really, y'all know I'm rooting on Goku Black because Dragon Ball's my but I don't know, like, Death Battle sometimes, man. Oh, please, bro. I'm going to go ahead and get into the heat of the battle because this thing is like 22 minutes long and I got to probably edit a bunch of this, so I'll probably have a lot of information in between. But of course, you guys know, as always, I'm going to be probably making sure, checking up on facts, making sure it's different stuff like that. So, definitely going to be looking forward to that. We get started in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Right. No copyright. No copyright. That's Goku Black's demand. Alright.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
Alright.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright. We're starting with Dragon Ball. Okay.
Of a god.
Let's see.
What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
Oh yeah.
As the assistant to
I won't lie about that.
Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized above all else cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as
determined in Beerus vs. Galaxia. Yeah, I remember that one.
Note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction,
that was a really good death battle, by the way.
Of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
I thought they talked about Tournament of Power for a minute out there. I was like,
Someone who could bring
Universe 6 tournament, that makes sense.
So Sammy did what anyone
I did forget about that tournament.
situation.
Dragon Ball Super.
The Supreme Kai wished on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku
Black.
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative.
Honestly, that name could have been a little bit better, but
wish all the mortals dead.
Height 5'9", weight 136 pounds. Like, I didn't already know that.
Wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Also, he can go Super Saiyan in the manga, but I don't know if they'll mention that.
Rose.
Rose? Really? What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha,
What?
confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors.
Actually, I did not know
Desert
this.
Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he can make a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself.
Yep,
Too bad
literally.
Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun.
They still weren't able to beat him.
How are there two
So.
Gokus?
It took literally the
Goku
Omni
in
King to,
multiverse,
you
right?
know,
But
wipe out
Goku
everything.
met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea, and then they killed Zamasu.
Don't
before
hurt
he-
yourself.
anyway,
The timeline.
Goku
This,
Black was
I will
still
admit,
around.
the one thing I don't
What
like
the
about this
hell's going
saga
on?
is the fact
It's
that
a
it's
classic
too
grandfather's
confusing.
paradox.
It's
The thing
ridiculous.
is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another, and another, and another.
And another.
Oh, God, I
And
hate
it
time
continues
travel.
until
Black is crushed safe
nothing
by
else.
Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat
Okay,
him.
Goku's
He even
finally
merged
distinction,
with
huh?
the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to
Yep.
step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage.
Ah, come on. All right, we're back, y'all.
Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power
Sure.
meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Dang, that's dark. But that is
Barry
Goku
Allen,
Black.
The Flash
Ah!
is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from
I was
the
gonna say
25th
in
century.
the recent Super Dragon Ball Heroes, Goku Black has been attaining like a new level of power, I guess. But because that's not really canon to the Dragon Ball universe, I'm not gonna really say anything more.
First name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
I've never heard of
Thon's
anybody
life
named
irrevocably
Eobard.
changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the
I will admit that
20th
is funny.
century. By
That's a pretty
some strange
funny name.
coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thon managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It
The
was a
25th
dream
century,
come
wow.
true.
Until Barry realized that Thon had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thon promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
That's when Thon found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thon visited the Flash Museum
Okay.
in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Wow.
Whoa, ain't that a bitch? The
Yeah.
shock drove Thon mad.
Yeah, for real.
If he couldn't
That
be
is.
Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy.
Worst- Yep, be
I
his
guess
worst
also
enemy.
ensure
Oh,
his
he's taller
own
than Goku
future
Black.
death.
Okay.
He would travel
Alright.
from the future to
Makes
terrorize
sense.
the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws
Yeah.
his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes.
Okay.
Just like Barry
What
does
is
with
the negative
regular
Speed? I'm
Speed
sorry,
Force.
but-
The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's
Superhuman
powers,
speed,
including
superhuman
his
strength.
mind-bending
Okay.
super speed,
Accelerate.
enough to travel all
Cyclone
across time and
creation,
space in
hypnotic
days.
voice.
He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast
Time
enough to
absorption.
cross the universe faster than
All
two
right, you
gods
got
who
time
could
absorption.
teleport. Wally
Makes
even
sense.
beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding.
What?
Even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats
Whoa.
can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire
Okay.
multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body, and possess
What?
you. And even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other
Wow.
franchises, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and
Dang.
80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex
Wow.
life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at
Wow,
time
that's some
travel,
scary
and
crap.
he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every
Dang.
single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she
Wow.
still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus
A what?
Christ! This guy's a monster. But
Made him
Wiz,
more-
that's
made her what?
impossible.
I don't know what that
Paradox or
means.
whatever.
If anybody
He
knows
went
what that
back in
means,
time
please
to
let me
kill
know.
someone
'Cause
they
for real, I have
dead
no
in the
idea what that
future,
means.
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually,
That actually is
Thawne
very
was
deep
inside
and
the time
very
stream when
in
Barry initiated
thought.
Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe
Right.
while Thawne
Yeah,
was technically
absolutely.
disconnected from
Makes
it.
sense.
So Thawne essentially broke, literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
And
Or maybe
yeah,
he
more.
just
Yeah.
hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be
What?
unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dong himself. Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from
the-
consequences.
Took on an
Unlike
entire
Barry, whose
flashback.
changes to time could destroy all of
Wow.
reality. Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible
Tanked an
to
infinite
stop,
mass
with no
punch,
reason to
survived
hold
weeks
back.
with a
He
bullet hole in his
survived
head.
a
Could
hit
not.
from
Wow.
Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the
Ooh.
remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one
Dang.
of those to the noggin
Okay.
and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes,
Yeah.
all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His costume says it all.
That is, that's
he
some
never
sad
intended to
crap.
be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics, Wiz. He'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Dang.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Let me tell you how to reverse things in
Man.
the bedroom in a flash with Blue Chew.
Okay, so it sounds like this battle, wow. I did not imagine all those impressive feats that Reverse Flash, you know, for real. I did not take into consideration that. Oh, literally, because, for real, wow. Goku Black has had some pretty impressive feats, but to be honest, I don't really think that those feats could compare. They kind of, compare in comparison, but to be honest with you, I don't necessarily know if that's like, you know, that's surviving time and a bunch of other stuff, like, you know, immortality. I'm kind of wondering, is that like, that's kind of what, well, Goku Black doesn't have immortality, but still, like, I would think that they would nix that, but I don't have any clue. I'm assuming that we're going to go based off of all the continuities they've worked with and whatnot, so I don't know. It still could be anybody's game, but I'm going to keep it up and still believe in Goku Black. So here we go.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who...
Oh, boy. Okay, they got the lightning and the sun. Oh, yeah, here he comes. Here he comes, bro. Here he comes. All right. That's cool. Oh, see, he's enjoying a good cup of tea.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice.
Wow. Okay, that is just absolutely dark. But then again, he's not changing. Oh, he has the audacity to ruin his cup of tea. Oh, smacked it right out of his hand. Okay. Oops. You know, Flash doesn't have the ability to fly, I think, so he's kind of... Oh, but he doesn't really matter.
I'm in need of your services.
What the? Wow! Holy! That was so disrespectful. All right. Look, Black hit him up with the key blast. All right. Never mind. He can't be.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh crap. Oh! Oh dang!
This color, is it not beautiful?
Oh dang! Oh yep. Yeah. Oh yep. Knock him into the what is that? Oh no, the earth right over there. Okay. Oh. Dang!
Incoming genius. I'll end this fight before it even began. Death in
Oh.
reverse.
Tagged in what? Oh.
Magnificent.
The time ring, yeah. Time ring prevented you, the sucker. Okay. Oh, okay.
Mortals, sinners, prepare
What?
for divine.
Dang! No! Dang, he killed Goku Black. Oh, slashes that. Yep. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the Goku Black clones. Yep, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Slice, slice, punch. There we go. All right, let's go. Oh, no, he phased right out of that. They were whining. What the? Oh. Wait. What the? That was back when they fought actually the Flash and somebody else. Okay, wow, they're really going.
Itself, that is the work of a god.
Oh boy. Okay.
Empty threats to a living paradox.
How truly foolish.
Oh no. No! Man. Yeah, he got him. He's dead. Yeah, got his ass. Damn!
Man, this is some bull. Boo this man.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy
All right,
a universe like
let me hear
ours
this.
at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their
All right,
peak,
all right.
both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge. Yeah,
Yeah, of
Black's
course.
attack
I
could
knew
reach
that.
speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's
All right.
also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can
That
push
is
him
true.
to the
I will
most
give him
absurd
that.
limits to
Goku
potentially match
Black is
higher
not
levels of
Goku.
power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the
I'm not feeling the
Reverse
jokes, bro. Just shut up. Like, for real. I'm
I
gonna
hope
be
you guys
honest.
enjoyed that episode of Death
Jokes
Battle.
are chilling.
If you're looking for something else
So-
to watch, season 2 of Last Laugh is available right now on Rooster Teeth.
Ah, man, I gotta tell you, that was some sad.
But everyone trying to you're out. Watch the
That's
first
some
episode
sad
right
crap.
now.
Although
Like
something
season 2
told
on
me
the
this battle was gonna be kind of bullcrap, but what in the world is this? Episode 150, Macho Man versus Kool-Aid Man. So, Goku Black lost. Here's the deal. For me personally, I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is. I'm a little upset. I am pissed. Because characters in the DC universe, they don't, for real. Bartha, for real, that Edward, or no, Reverse Flash. I'm just gonna say that Reverse Flash. He doesn't have the ability to fly. So, in what calculation right there made you, and it's like Goku Black literally wipes away the whole planet with just a little blast and stuff. So, what exactly made, and how many calculations of that, did that? I don't know. I'm just sometimes for real, it's just, and then the way they deduce their math sometimes, it can just be it can be very difficult to really, make those assumptions. They're calculations. Not all calculations are concrete. That's why you have a lot of abstract math calculations. And why personally, when it comes to a battle, I don't necessarily like to rely on probability and all this other math, because there's so many, different variations that can trigger in an actual battle and a fight. And as much as it, and this battle was really going to be, I think, came down to speed or power. And I was surprised that Reverse Flash had the power, because that was the one thing I was like, I figured he had speed, but I didn't figure he had power. And I guess their explanation of the power and stuff like that was, it was understandable, but to me personally, I just don't feel as though that was the best, you know. I don't know. It was understandable when they brought up Goku, you know, because for real, like in the manga, Goku Black is kind of more, you know, vicious. He's more sort of self-centered. Like in the manga, you've seen his attitude towards his partner. He kind of just more manipulates Zamasu, like his future Zamasu self. And where in the anime, he's more elegant. He's more, you know, sort of sound mind in a sense. Now that doesn't mean he's a sound mind individual. Like he's insane. He's sadistic. At the end of the day, Death Battle is. Here's the truth. It's, as much as most people would like to believe, oh, this is, you know, it's factual. It's not factual. It's opinionated. Because there are a lot of death battles out there that certain battles took place that shouldn't have been, you know, like, had the aftermath. Like, because, like, let's think about Flash versus Sonic. Both, you know, it's like, we've seen all these media, we've seen all these comments, like, you've even seen them refer to different episodes throughout this episode, like when referring back to, you know, sizes of universes or power feats or different stuff like that. And it's basically in those little moments that makes me realize that this is so opinionated. So at the end of the day, it's not going to really matter if this video is like, oh, well, this is concrete evidence. It's not concrete evidence, because there is no, like, this is a support. It's kind of like an essay. This is a supporting evidence for somebody else's claim. It's not the main idea. It's not the thesis. It is not the end debate here, because there's going to be other variations in the future. I don't know if Goku Black will, most likely he will never return, because, you know, that's how they do with villains. They, you know, toss him down the bin, but except Frieza, he seems to somehow make a freaking return. But, yeah. You know, that's my personal opinion. What do you guys personally think? Did you guys think the outcome of this battle was, you know, acceptable? Did you guys like it? Are you guys more fans of Reverse Flash? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get somebody on here probably comment some stuff. But like I said, at the end of the day, it is opinionated. It's up to the individual. It's up to these guys too, because they might have chosen the character you might not like, or you might absolutely adore and love, and they just kind of, you know, like, nix them. It all comes down to script writing. It all comes down to calculations. And like I said, the calculations are approximate. They're not concrete. And, you know, sometimes they can just be a little bit bizarre, to say the least. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and roll out of here. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, share this with your friends, family, and strangers, because remember, sharing is caring, y'all. Comment your hype or your anticipation for the next battle, and what you guys overall found with this battle. And make sure you subscribe for more. Thank you guys for showing up. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next video of Tommy Guy DBZ. Peace.